It's me. Don't scratch. Just cleaning up the timelines. Look, eventually, you're gonna hang up the claws, and it's gonna make a lot of people very sad.
Huh?
But one day, your old pal Wade's gonna ask you to get back in the saddle again. And when he does, say yes.
Oh, right.
Hey, howdy, hey, people of the internet, awesome people. Wolfman 4 Dash here, and it's time for another Hull and Life vlog. And this time it's not going to be combined with another gameplay compilation video because that was just because I forgot to include one in the last month. And also, if I do decide to leave stuff till the end, you know, don't like tune out just because I've suddenly decided that in the vlog I'm not going to add anything at the end. You know, don't assume that I will say that, just, you know, be like, okay, I'll wait till the end. So yeah, I know some friends have done that where they've watched the whole of the whole thing and then they're like tuned off soon after more stuff comes in or whatever. So anyway, so since the last vlog I have been sort of looking at doing some research into doing more of those sort of driving naked dares. So, well, not completely naked, or sometimes completely naked, but yeah, basically what I've done is I've made a wheel of different dares to do in the car. Obviously most will be very risky, and therefore it's best if I do them either on country roads or late at night when it's unlikely that anyone's going to be looking in and catching me out and all that. So yeah, so there's some where I'm taking some bits of clothing off, and then others where I'm taking everything off, and then there's some which involve passengers as well, because there is at least one, maybe two people in my life at the moment that have sort of come across as if they're okay with me being shirtless or naked, but I don't know for sure if that means that they fancy me or whatever. But one thing I do know is that one weekend I went out for a Sunday roast with a friend, and said friend, as soon as we got into the car afterwards, he asked me, "Are you going to take your top off?" And I complied, albeit hesitant at first, but I complied and I took my top off. And I asked for clarification later as to why he asked me that, and it was said that, and apparently he was amused by it. Whether that's him saying that he fancies me or just like see me shirtless, I don't know. And then I also went on to ask him, would it be okay if he saw me naked? And this is a guy that has seen me naked before on holiday, because we shared a room together, not like as in shared a bed, we had both separate beds, but anyway. And he said he'd probably be okay with it, so I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is. Apart from that, I'm going to be seeking out counselling soon, because as it's been quite a long time now since my sister passed away, time has come for me to sort of start talking to someone about everything, you know, how I'm coping, all sorts of things, you know, money, relationships, friendships, everything, to someone that is not part of my life at all, and is just, you know, on the outskirts, as it were. Yeah, it's that time, and I'm still, at the time of this vlog, I'm still mulling over how I'm going to word it. My mum's helped me sort of give me a brief summary to sort of send to the people that say soulmates who I'm associated with have given me contacts to. So yeah. Work is going okay. Currently on leave at the moment because I've been doing a lot of different work stuff. So some of you all have heard of Oliver McGowan. I've been trained to become a trainer to help NHS staff learn the do's and don'ts when treating people with disabilities in hospital, in particular learning disabilities and autism. And I've had no wins in bingo for a while, so I'm hoping for a win again. And a couple of days from today, I'm going to see Spirited Away, the stage musical, which was one of the few events that I'm going to be doing to do memory of my sister. In case you're wondering, she was a big fan of the anime Spirited Away. Great Studio Ghibli film, and one of the few films that I do actually remember everything from. So the musical will no doubt be quite something. for that particular thing. And me and my friend, Mr. Dan at 1466, have decided that all these live action remakes that have been coming out lately, the stage productions of those particular films are much better live action takes than the actual live action films. So yeah, because characters are recognisable. You can recognise the costumes, you can recognise the characters. They're singing the songs, and the things that they do expand on, because you can expand on things when it's a stage musical, because they do allow more time than you would in a typical feature film. They do expand on things that actually do make sense to be expanded on. So, for example, when I saw the Frozen stage musical, they expanded a bit on Kristoff's Stone family people, and a few other things too. And of course, they did do some little changes as well, because every remake should not be straight up copy and paste of the original. It should be allowed to do your own thing, expand on things that didn't work, and just make things recognisable, not ugly looking. That's all we want. Or don't remake them at all. If they're already perfect as they are, or as close to perfect as you can get, don't bother. Because people like them. But yeah, that's just me. I've not been in touch with many streaming apps for a while now, because I'm still going through a big pile of Blu-rays and that. So I'm hoping to soon review the latest series of Doctor Who and the latest series of The Boys, because I've not yet. Because while I have watched all of the latest series of Doctor Who, I've not yet seen the latest series of The Boys, and I have heard some pretty interesting comments about it, and yeah. And I think in terms of going to the cinema, the last film I saw at the cinema was A Quiet Place Day 1, which was actually pretty good. I'm not sure what I was expecting, especially because it's a prequel to the Quiet Place films, obviously, hence the name. But I enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And by the time you see this video, I would have seen Despicable Me 4. God knows why there's another one, but there you go. Illumination want to milk it for all it's worth. I think that's just the thing with most animation studios. When they make their first feature film, it's a feature film that they want to return to create more films of. It was the same with Blue Sky with the Ice Age films till they went out of business. Same with Pixar and Toy Story, because we've got another one on the way. So it is what it is. But not all animation studios do that. Some do, some don't. But we should not really have Hollywood create these sequels, prequels, and remakes. Just try and do some original stuff, please. Or if you do feel you have to do sequels or remakes, do something that is meaningful and actually makes sense to have more story be told. So yeah. Just trying to think if there's anything else to say. One of my closest friends, he's just recently ended a relationship, and I think it's for the best, really, because personally he's okay. He's not the easiest of people to get on with, but he's all right for a friend. He means well. He does care a great deal. Probably cares a bit too much, but it is what it is. And he's been single for a good few months now, and he's much better now. He's not as stressed, not doing drugs or anything, because the person he was going out with, I'm gonna try and be fair when I say this. She's alright. She's an alright friend. And not every relationship's gonna work out, so yeah. I think that's the fairest way I can say it, because I don't want to offend anybody when I say it. So yeah. Okay, so enough to talk. Let's look at some things that I've bought. Now, to begin with, I'm going to show you a cookie that I have bought, or rather 6 cookies. I'm not going to try them all, I'm just going to try one, which I've decided to eat in the microwave earlier because it's recommended that I try them when they're heated and gooey and everything. It's from a company called Cookie Champions, and I ordered from them using the same app I used to order the cookie dough that you saw in the last vlog. And this is the one I'm going to try, which is the limited edition baklava, balaclava, however you want to pronounce it. And yeah, even though it's meant to be a cookie, it does kind of look like a scone more than a cookie or biscuit, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah. They did say it was a gold standard, and they're right. That does taste like the gold standard. Yeah, I really like that. That was a nice cookie, and I'm looking forward to trying the others, which I'll now show. So here's a armadillo Dame. So Dame is in the chocolate bar that you can get from certain shops, most notably IKEA, of all places. Yes, IKEA do sell food, it's not just furniture. Their meatballs are legendary. Biscoff cookie. Lots of you will have heard of Biscoff. It's the latest biscuit craze, and it's a really nice biscuit, not gonna lie. The red velvet Kinder. So Kinder Bruno chocolate, and it's meant to taste like red velvet cake, I believe. So yeah. Pistachio Kinder, so again pistachio, but this time with Kinder chocolate taste again. And last one, well, I don't need to explain what it is because you can probably guess just by the name. Yeah, what's that, duck? Explaining all that. Okay, so not quite Warner Brothers, but definitely Disney. As we all know, Disney are not a perfect company, and someone many years ago decided to create a Cards Against Humanity to go to a Disney version of Cards Against Humanity, and here it is, Cards Against Disney. Yeah, not as big as the Cards Against Muggles box, but you know, it's still got lots of stuff things in there. So I'll read out a couple of the scenarios, and you can just leave in the comments whatever you want to say. Provided that YouTube will know it, they probably won't. I tried blank, and to my surprise, I didn't hate it. Okay. That's one. Bringing up blank on a first date is a terrible idea. Yeah, well, I dread to think what bringing things up on a first date is a terrible idea. A true hero isn't measured by the size of blank, but the strength of... Oh god, my dirty brain's kicking in now. Oh, that's fine. But yeah, that's Cards Against Disney. Put that to one side. So, sticking with Disney, kind of. As we all know, later on this month we're getting Deadpool and Wolverine in cinemas, which should hopefully save the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or if not save it, then I guess it's kind of time to call it quits with it, really. But anyway, I decided to buy some Wolverine claws, and in case you're wondering, these are plastic claws. I had to sort of do a bit of screwing work in, but yeah, I can use these for cosplay or just ripping stuff apart. It's great for these zombie pockets whenever we get that. So yeah, that's Wolverine claws. Also good for back scratching as well. So yeah, of course they are claws. So you might recall I talked about a film called Shutter Island a couple of months ago, and I've now finally decided to buy the Blu-ray. I did watch it on streaming in preparation for the video that I was going to talk about it on, but now I'm finally decided to buy it for on Blu-ray. Physical media rules, yada yada yada, you get it. So those of you that are familiar with HMV, you'll know that they do this thing called the Premium Collection, which is a collection of vintage films that would otherwise not get a release on Blu-ray here in the UK for reasons. I think the main reason being that they are probably as old as time itself. Well, debatably. Anyway, First one is Forbidden Planet. I have heard about this. You may know the robot that's on the front there, and as you just saw, the other one's Airplane. Airplane is, to my understanding, one of the very first parody films to ever come out until Mel Brooks took over the world, and yeah. Is it Mel Brooks film? Oh, no, it's not Mel Brooks film. I would wonder if it is, but anyway. So, as overrated as it is, I've decided I would give Attack on Titan a go. Mainly because I'm curious to know what it's like, and obviously I know what it's about because it's in the name. But yeah, I'm just curious to know what it's like, and if I like it, then I'll obviously build up the series of Blu-rays I've got, but if I don't like it, then I'll send this back. But at least I have a way to watch it without having to go online to do just that. So, a couple of years ago, I saw the second Avatar film, and originally I was planning to see it with this one friend, but because this one friend was, in my personal opinion, a stuck-up, not gonna assault people because that's against YouTube guidelines, I decided to go with another friend who is actually a lot more calmer, doesn't mind if things doesn't go his way. This person I was originally going to go with is a person that was a bit of a control freak and didn't like when things didn't go her way. But anyway, Avatar: The Way of Water, because you can't get any more generic than just The Way of Water. You know, it's such a generic title. Well, it's not as generic title though. Is the last blue I'm going to show, which is Heathers. Some of you will have heard of this. It did have a reboot series a few years ago, and I'll be honest. I know it's an iconic film, but there's not really much I can say about it without giving it away. Because I believe it is one of those sort of spoiler-heavy films. So let's leave it be. So yeah. So as I don't yet have an Aardman pin badge until now, I decided to go buy one at a shop, and the one they had available was a Wallace & Gromit one, and it's Shaun the Sheep. Shaun the Sheep as in the character in A Close Shave, not the Shaun the Sheep from the show of the same name, although I think they are. I think they are definitely connected in some way, but yeah. So coming up to some Doctor Who stuff, I did buy this magazine, which is about the different audio stories, or rather the books that were created that ended up becoming audio stories, and it did come with a free audiobook, which is Doctor Who and the Carnival of Monsters. This is an episode I have seen on TV, and I'm not sure if the novelisation or the audio book's going to be any different to it, but we'll see for sure. It's pretty a straightforward story. Doctor gets wound up in a sort of thing that contains all sorts of creatures in a sort of suspended animation, and yada things happen. And, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Included with the Wolverine claws was this dog tag, which of course is about Logan and Wolverine. So that's that. And last thing I'm going to show off for now. There may be more later on in the video, so do not turn off just yet. It's the PS5 Slim. Yep, I bought one of these because a friend of mine decided he wanted his own, and because whenever he plans something or wants to buy something, he doesn't shut up about it. I decided, why don't you just have my original PS5 and I'll buy this one. So yeah. So that's it for the main part of the vlog. Now I probably will add more parts later on, just to sort of tell you how I got on with setting up the PlayStation 5 and also trying out the other cookies and probably some other stuff too.
How about you spare me the chit chat?
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Hello everybody. So it took a while to get the PS5 where it is. It did take a little while because first I had to readjust everything, so now it has to be on its side because of the things under there, so stands and everything. But as you can see, it is connected to the TV. Now hopefully it should work. So connect controller using USB cable, then press the PS button, which I've done. Or should do. No. Guess I've turned it off. Oops. Now I'll try it again. So turn it on. Press the PS button. Let's hope for the best. If you're wondering why I'm not wearing much now, it's because it was blood, sweat and tears were put into trying to get it all up and running. But yeah, looks like it is somewhat connected, but obviously still need to do a bit of work on, ensuring that it will properly work and all that. Because when I powered it up, it was basically a case of, it wanted to start straight away, and I was like, no, I'm not ready, because I was watching Doctor Who on my Xbox. But yeah, that's the PS5, all done and dusted, and in the end I decided not to try any more of the cookies today because they were quite filling after that one I had. So yeah, I'm going to go have a shower before I go to bingo. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you want to watch more of my videos. I upload videos at 1 PM BST/GMT, depending on the time of the year. Give it a like if you enjoyed it, share with your pals, and leave a comment if you want to, especially if you want to fill in the blanks for the Cards Against Disney thing. See you in the next one. Peace to you all. Remember to live life to the full, and that happiness can be found even in the darkness of times. And there is people, and you're not the only one going through difficult times and all that. So yeah. Alright. Toodles.